not cutting that out. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brent Brookhouse. I'm here with the hottest free agent in wrestling, Ethan Page.
Tommy Dreamer is not here.
And yeah, there's no Tommy Dreamer, but this is the Bitter Boys Club. We tried to record last night, and my laptop just went completely haywire. I had to do a whole Windows reinstall. Ethan was drunk. Thank God your computer decided to just take a vacation because I needed to sleep. Yeah. So how you feeling this morning, though?
Great. You could probably hear it in my voice a little bit. I sound like I have boogers in my nose and I'm trying to hold my breath, but feeling it a little bit, but not really. It's just a good time. Like I told you last night, we had our second annual nerd toy exchange with two good buddies of mine, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and in addition to all those problems, I was also just in the final stages of like the worst flu ever, and today I'm feeling real good. So
perfect. So it all worked out.
Yeah, I think it all worked out well, except for all the stuff I lost when I had to do the Windows reinstall. But that's all right.
Oh, would you lose a lot of work, or just like files, or?
No, it was mostly like unimportant stuff. Like I have to reinstall a bunch of stuff, but I managed to save like files and everything, so
okay,
that should be all right. But yeah, so what's been going on outside of all of the nonsense?
Oh man, life right now is crazy, but I'm loving it, mostly because I forced myself to take a legitimate vacation, like not actually leave my house, but a vacation in a sense of no work. So it's been great to not have to stress. Like today's Thursday. Usually today, either if I'm not wrestling today, I'm usually packing, washing my tights, and making sure I'm ready for tomorrow. And not having to do that is like the most relaxing brain vacation ever.
Yeah, and one more reason that if any night was going to happen like last night, it's good that it was then.
Yeah. That worked out perfect. Everything. This whole week has been great. Like I tossed my ketogenic diet out the window. Told myself I'm just gonna chill, hang with my wife, eat whatever, do whatever, drink whatever. Clearly, and just have a good time. And it's been a heck of a week so far. It's not even Christmas. So I'm excited to just keep this going. But, bills got to get paid. People got to hear why we're so bitter. So here we are recording this week's episode.
Yeah. Usual start to this. Where were you working this past week?
So Thursday, I actually ended up wrestling and debuting for Bar Wrestling in California, which was the infamous event where Macaulay Culkin decided to show up.
Yeah, that was something I was really excited to talk about. So
heck yeah! So I guess he was there filming. He has a podcast with a guy or a YouTube show with a guy. Like they were even filming some like skits backstage / we changed in a kitchen, but they were filming some like little vignettes. I don't know if does he have a YouTube page? I don't know. Can we like do some recon on that?
Yeah, as you're talking, I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, like how do you even spell Macaulay Culkin? And anyways, so yeah, they were filming some of that, but I ended up hearing that he might be at the show like 2 or 3 days before the event actually happened. And when Joey told me about it, it was kind of like, this might happen. How cool would this be? I'm so excited. And I'm like, yeah, that would be epic as hell. I hope it does happen. Then we fly. I end up on the same connection as Hornswoggle and Dick Justice. I kind of, in passing, tell them that this might happen. They're like, oh my God, this is so cool. We finally get to Joey's house. It's kind of just the meat spot. And, how funny was that? The meat spot. Joey Ryan's house is the meat spot. He's got a big dick. Anyway, so we ended up at his house, and he's in the middle of ironing out details for Macaulay Culkin to be on the show that night. And even the day of the show, even he was like, he's a weird, like he's kind of a weird guy where he might just not show up, or it might overwhelm him. He's not really into doing things in the public. I was like, damn, I just hope today's the day he's just like, yeah, I'll be a part of a wrestling show.
Yeah, and it's not hard to figure out why that would be. I mean, like...
For sure, especially around Christmas. Could you imagine just people being like, hey, can you do the face? Can you put your hands on your face? Can you do the scream? Hey, you. Hey, remember that thing you did 40 years ago?
Right, and it's either that or, like, the constant, like, hey, you're looking good now, reminders of, like, all the, like, trouble he went through to get to this point now. Yeah.
Is he looking good?
Compared to a while ago, yeah.
I'm going to have to see a photo of this comparison, because this man walked in and I was just like, oh, this guy's on a lot of drugs right now.
Oh, really?
At least that's my opinion. But I'm not like a freaking drug dog working for the FBI. I'm terrible at this kind of stuff. If someone laughs too loud, I'm like, oh, that guy's high. So he's very, like, I don't know. I don't want to say flamboyant. I would say maybe eccentric.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And so I'll just give you my tidbit of, like, interaction with him. So they went over the spot, whatever. He seemed pretty cool. Didn't want to take his Easter Bunny ears off, which was strange. And his cameraman was wearing a wicked Scott Steiner Holla If You Hear Me t-shirt. That was great. WCW version. And me and Hornswoggle were like, yo, we got to get a photo with him. It's Christmas. This would be great for social media. And just to throw it in everyone's face at home, because everybody knows Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. So we're like, all right, well, they're about to open the doors. We got to go ask him. So I was like, hey, Swoggle, you met him before. You lead the way. So he leads the way. We go over. He does all the talking. I just stand with like a big dummy. And he's like, hey, do you mind if we get a photo? And he's like, yeah, of course. So he's like, oh, Paige, you go first. So I took a picture. And the part about the picture that I took with him that pisses me off the most is we're on different levels. I'm on the floor, and he's standing on a stage. It's just the way the ring was, and there was no other room. So Macaulay Culkin looks like he's 6'2", when in fact I tower over him. So when you look at the photo of us standing beside each other, we look the same height.
Right.
So that was interesting. And then right away we have Hornswoggle, who's what did we say in one of our episodes? We can't say midget.
I think little person is the accepted.
Hornswoggle is an asshole, and he walks over to go take a picture with him, and he makes him like bend over to like hug him, and I was like, you bastard, you guys should have just switched. He should have stood on the stage, and Macaulay Culkin should have stood on the floor. It would have been fine. But anyways, so as we're leaving after we take the pictures, I go, hey man, enjoy the show and have a good time. He goes, I mean, I'll think about it. And I was like, oh, you don't have to. You didn't pay for your ticket.
He'll think about it though. So.
Jeez, I was like, wow. All right. I guess I should have just awkwardly just said nothing. Just walked away.
It does appear that it's for a new YouTube series that he's launching at some point. So it's not out yet, but he plans on having a YouTube series, which, from personal experience, a lot of people plan on having YouTube series. So
it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
it is a lot of work, and even just my shitty GoPro all access pass videos, dude. It's so much work.
Even just a podcast. I mean, I spend more time editing and putting it together, and then all that stuff than we do recording.
Well, you're a saint. Like, for me to have to do all that, we would not have a podcast.
Right on. Well,
so
that's my part.
That's no, I'm giving you a lot of credit. Like I used to have to do it with I used to do a podcast with Josh Alexander, Joey Kings, called The Meaning of Mature. And it started picking up steam, but it just started becoming too much work for just one guy to do everything. And we didn't live near each other, so recording was always hard. So we'd have to record multiple episodes when we sat down, which is never easy. So yeah, it was always tough. So I appreciate you, Brent. It makes this a lot easier.
Well, the other thing that makes it easier is that we've taken a pretty hard stance on not cutting much out of anything that we do. So
true. Yeah, I mean it's kind of au naturel. You get what you get.
Yeah, you get Tommy Dreamer at the beginning of the episode. So okay, so bar wrestling, Macaulay Culkin, awesome.
Boom. Then from there, I fly out to Chicago, Illinois, to do freelance wrestling, which was a lot of fun. I was originally supposed to wrestle Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, which I was very excited about since nobody, which is crazy, has booked that match in a singles yet, other than myself. But it was a gauntlet match, so we only had like a couple minutes together. But so I was pumped for that. He breaks his hand wrestling Joey Janela at Cage of Death. His hand died, apparently. And then Peter Avalon was the replacement, which I've never wrestled him before, so I was super excited. And I got to see him wrestle and just see him again the night before at Bar. So we ended up having a match at Freelance, and it was awesome.
Never can tell when there's that long lingering A at the beginning.
No, it was actually great. I loved it. Loved every second of it. It was... It's so hard to dive into like the mindset of wrestling and why our match was so well received by the crowd when we did half as much as everybody else. I don't know if it's like placement, timing, that I'm very popular. In Chicago. I don't know, but it just flowed so well. It felt so good. The fans were right there, and like the fan reactions built up as the match went on. So it just kept going up and up and up and up in like energy and positivity and support and like cheers and emotion. And I'm probably overhyping the shit out of this match, but I really, really, really enjoyed it. And if you have a chance, I would check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. And Freelance is a good company to support anyway, so go buy that show.
Yeah.
You can.
It's just a wild, good atmosphere. And a buddy of mine, Kobe Durst, only guy that drove down from Canada solo, he wrestled twice that day. And I was happy for him because he'd only been doing like scramble matches. He'd be in a 6-way, 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 4-way, 6-way, 4-way, 6-way. And I was just like, dude, when are you going to like not complain, but be like, hey, can I do something else? Can I get a singles? Can I show you that I'm good? So I don't know if he eventually did or if they overheard me telling him that. And I also vocally tell them that he's better than half of their guys. But eventually they gave him a chance. He won a number one contendership match that day, ended up wrestling in the main event, and apparently did really good. So I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, that's
Kobe,
good.
Yeah, sorry.
Every time I see him in the area, I mean, I'm in the Midwest near Chicago, and it has been, pretty much exclusively like either 6 or 8-man tags or like 5 or 6-way matches. And
yeah, and like I'm giving him 20 minutes with like fly-ins and Alpha One, and he's killing it. And I'm like, he just needs this chance somewhere else. I don't know if it's not enough people are watching Alpha One, or they're not willing to risk the value of a fly-in with them. But it's like, not to say that I shouldn't have wrestled Peter Avalon. It was a good match. It'll be good on the DVD. I don't need that match though. So like, let me wrestle Kobe, or let me wrestle Pat Monix, like a new guy. Let me elevate somebody, and then give Kobe Durst Peter Avalon and have him wrestle somebody new and get the experience and exposure of wrestling somebody with a bigger name than his. Then your stars grow, blah, 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 blah.
Right, here, that plan elevates 2 people because you're elevating somebody, and, then Kobe's getting elevated by somebody, in the eyes of the crowd that they're more familiar with. So
yeah, exactly. And like, there's like, you could give a guy a big win like that. Like, oh, did you know that he beat blah, blah, blah. And then some guys become bigger stars by losing, or in this instance, when Kobe finally won the number one contendership match, he's a heel, but the reaction was so big because they saw him eat shit for 2 years. So it's like, holy crap, he's finally going to get an opportunity. Yay.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And also, I mean, personally, I like Kobe a lot, but I feel like he gets lost a lot, and it's hard not to. But in the multi-man stuff, I don't feel like he stands out as much as he does as a singles.
He can't. He's not that kind of wrestler. Like
Right.
That's like Josh Alexander. He'd get lost in a multi-man too, because if you have 6 guys and you're given 6 minutes, that's not his style.
Right, and he's not the come in and have a 90-second period of dominating everything. Like, that just wouldn't fit.
Yeah, or Space Monkey. He's not Space Monkey, where Space Monkey stands out because of gimmick and character. So no matter what happens in that 6-way, if anything happens with a banana, his tail, or a monkey, I mean, he's going to stand out of the 6, no issues.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so Freelance was good, and
Saturday I had off, which was great because MJF ended up coming down to still do Alpha 1 on Sunday as a surprise, and Greektown the same night in Toronto. And he asked me if he could drive up the night before so he didn't have to do it in the morning. And I stayed at his place the week before. I felt like obliged. Of course, I'll look after you. So he came down, stayed at my place. He got in around 8 o'clock, and 7:30, 8 o'clock. And we were like, hey, let's go out for chicken wings. I can eat chicken wings on my keto diet. So we go. We're eating. As we're eating, I was like, yo, has everyone seen Star Wars? Everyone's like, oh, we haven't. And I was like, all right, let's go. So I bought everybody tickets. We all went to go see Star Wars. And it was great, minus the people talking behind me that I wanted to just absolutely strangle.
Yeah, that's become something that I sadly expect now when I go to movies. But
isn't that sad? So I was telling my wife last night, I was like, it's been a week. Almost a week since Saturday. I'm still like on edge about it because it drives me insane. So they talked through the previews. Previews are my favorite part, but whatever. I realized that's not what people paid to see. I figured they'll get it all out of their system. When the movie starts, they'll shut up. Nope, they got louder. So I turn around and I go, hey, can you guys shut the fuck up? Sorry about swearing, but I'm just going to give you the full, this is what I said. And I was very like stern about it. And the guy behind me starts leaning over and looking down at me and goes, hey, relax, bud. And in that second, I had flashes of what the fuck was going to happen. First thing that came to my mind, I was wearing a hoodie. So I was like, oh, they're behind me. They're going to pull my hoodie up. I'm done. Max had a broken hand. He's useless. My brother, fairly useless. My wife is pregnant, and that's it. That's the 4 of us. And there were 6 of them sitting behind us. And I just thought, if I take my sweater off, I could just beat the shit out of 2 or 3 of them because they're tiny. They were like 30 years old, but still like little bitches. I could beat the shit out of at least 3 of them and hopefully beat them up enough that the other ones are just scared and just run away. And then I was like, oh, man, I shouldn't do this. And then I started thinking about Max's hand, my brother being useless, and my wife being pregnant.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, with a pregnant fiance, that's like in similar moments. The first thing that occurs to me is like, if something happens, then somebody's gonna fall on her. Like,
right. So I'm like, oh, okay, and like for her to get up quick right now, like she's so big that, big in a good way. She's big in a good way. I don't know if she listens to this. That it's tough for her to get up now out of chairs. I got to give her the old Mega Powers handshake and then pull her up. But yeah, that was so frustrating. They ended up not making any noise for the rest of the movie, so I assume that they took that. But what pisses me off is like, how do you even get to a point where you just don't give a shit about anyone else around you?
Yeah, I don't know.
When did that happen?
movie theater etiquette has always been a weirdly big thing for me. I grew up like literally a block and a half from our town's movie theater, and like this is how small of a town I grew up in. Our movie theater, it costs $5.50 for a ticket.
Yep.
You get a free soda and free bag of popcorn.
What?
Yep. So, like, my dad and I, when I was a kid, would go there and see literally everything that came out.
Of course.
Like, why wouldn't you? It's only like 3 screens, but whatever. So, like, as a kid, I was there so much that I was like, this is like a special place. And then I ended up working there when I was in high school, and it's like the last thing I wanted to deal with was people coming out and complaining about assholes talking or whatever. So it's become such like a trigger for me to be in a movie and hear talking, and it's gotten worse. And I don't know if it's me getting older and having less tolerance or if it's literally just getting worse. But it's probably getting worse because people have like so much less etiquette. And this is so old man yelling at clouds right now, but
Nope, I'm with you.
But it's because of cell phones and shit like that. Like, people don't ever like just disconnect from everything and shut up.
And people are so entitled now because every parent tells their kid that they're fucking the best human being on earth while they're growing up. And it's just like, you're not special. You're not allowed to talk during this movie. I'm going to punch you in your fucking face. Like, it drives me. That's why. So I saw Justice League 2. Same shit happened. Oh my God, it pissed me off. At that time, I yelled. Like, I stood up and turned around and yelled, "Can you shut the fuck up?" And it was like a family. Like, the dad had to be like, please, stop talking. This man is angry. I was like, how do you not tell your kids to shut up? Like, I'm having a daughter. If I take her to see freaking Disney movie and she's yapping, I'm going to say, hey, shut the hell up. There's people here too that want to watch this. Like, it drives me nuts because I like to treat people. So, like, I bought all the tickets for everybody. That's not freaking cheap. A ticket to go see a movie in my, like, theater is $16.
Yeah.
So 4 tickets, popcorn, dinner, we're all out. This is the best. Like, we're having a great time. And these idiots can't shut up behind me.
Yeah, you could talk literally any other time. Before,
any other
after.
Time. Any other time. Ugh. And it's like they're talking while the text is scrolling down for the beginning of Star Wars. How can you read and talk at the same time?
Plus, like, I don't know, that's supposed to be like a moment.
Yes.
Like, God damn.
Yeah. Anyways, so that was that pissed me off. All right, so let's get to the next day of my weekend, which was a double shot. I ran Alpha 1 and wrestled on Alpha 1 in Oshawa, Ontario. It's called Watch the Throne 5. I highly recommend you pick it up when it gets on sale. The DVD teaser is already out on our YouTube page. Check it out. Or go to alpha-1wrestling.com. I think it's on the homepage. Anyways, I wrestled Gregory Iron, and I loved my match. I defended the Southside World title. I defended it in Freelance as well, but this was another really good, very happy that this is my job type of match.
All right. Why with this one?
I don't know. It was just everything clicked well, and I feel like people don't give Greg a fair shake because of his disability. And I just thought, hey, I know you're a good wrestler. We've mixed it up before in like a tag. I've seen you do really good stuff. Give me every cool thing that you know how to do, and I'll put it together so that I'm running around you, and vice versa.
Right, and that's so silly because of his disability, like, it makes it like more captivating to watch.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah, so like, yeah, exactly. So I was like, tell me all the crazy stuff you know how to do, and we ended up doing like, I went for the last ride. He gave me a code red, and like that got a great reaction. He dove on me. He jumped off the top. He gave me a jumping Hurricane Rana, flying head scissors, all like literally everything he knew how to do, we did.
Yeah,
And,
it's not like he's like
incapable.
slowed down, or it doesn't stand out as like, you know, some weird sympathy match or anything like
No.
gross like that. Like, he can work.
Yeah.
So that's good.
You live by a train?
Not too close, but in the winter when all the leaves are off the trees, it gets here a little bit.
Just messing with you. But yeah, so yeah, that was a great match. Loved it. Alpha 1 was great. We'll be back in Oshawa February 3rd, which is our only time we've ever run on a Saturday, ever. But we'll be announcing poster and talent and stuff like that soon. And then I left there, went all the way 35, 40 minutes away to Greektown Wrestling in the Toronto area, and the Monster Mafia wrestled the Fraternity.
And how did that go?
It was whatever. But I did the show.
So just whatever to end the weekend.
Yeah, it's a little heartbreaking. But, I mean, it's my job, so I got paid. But not my best match that weekend.
I mean, it seems like you don't get the chance to tag with Josh all that often, so...
Oh, no, we were great.
That's gotta be nice, at least.
Yeah, we were great. We're really good at what we do. But yeah, so... so it was good. Their crowd was awesome, though, the Greektown crowd. And their locker room, they had a lot of good dudes on the show. I think I don't know if they just put it on YouTube for free. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure, but however, you could check it out if you want to check it out for yourself. It was a pretty wild match, at least. Yeah. And then that was my weekend. Now I'm on vacation till December 27th, I believe, whatever the next Wednesday is. I'm wrestling on a toy drive in Oshawa, which, my love for toys.
Yeah, that is Wednesday, December 27th.
Yeah, so I'll be wrestling in Oshawa for New School Wrestling, NSW.
All right, nice. Before we go any further, so you saw Star Wars. I have not, but...
Dude, you have a podcast.
Oh, trust me, it was my plan for the week, and then I ended up so
You see
sick.
Justice League yet?
Yeah, we talked about it.
All right, just making sure.
Good Lord.
Just making sure. You watch Cage of Death yet?
Part of it.
Oh.
Dude, this week I was so sick that I laid in bed and read comics, and slept.
Yeah, you have a laptop.
Yeah, I also have a TV with a Roku, and,
Jesus, man.
I just wanted to read comics and sleep.
Fair enough, what'd you read?
Oh, God, I'm on this thing where I'm using Marvel Unlimited to go back to 2012 because I, read nothing of, the launch of Marvel Now. So I feel like if I want to have an opinion about it, I need to go back and read everything, so...
Well, that's when I kind of started reading comics, was when Marvel Now launched. Started, professionally reading them. I would really suggest reading the Spider-Man line, where it bleeds into... I think that was pre-Now, though, where it bleeds into Doc Ock becoming Spider-Man.
Yep, I covered that. God, it was a lot. It was...
it is a lot.
Basically, I found a reading order checklist to go through, so I've just been, knocking out, first you should read issue 1 to 8 of this, and then issue 1 to 5 of this, and then 1 to 12 of this. So it's been...
Well, that's cool, though.
It was something like 250 comics I read over the last, 5 days.
And what's your favorite stuff out of it?
I had read some of it already, but the going back to the start of the Hawkeye series was so good. The goddamn, why am I forgetting? It's I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, Matt Fraction, the Matt Fraction Hawkeye run. the Captain Marvel stuff was good. A lot of the Spider-Man stuff that I read. Yeah, it's just a
Did you
lot
end
of.
up reading the Infinity event?
No.
Yeah, I wasn't really into that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's ahead of me or if that was before.
It is ahead of you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that far because this is broken up into uh, like Avengers related stuff. So it's like all the Avengers comics and any Avengers solo thing and the X-Men stuff and the Spider-Man family and
It should, if you're doing Avengers stuff, it should lead up to this.
yeah, I'm sure it's coming up.
Cool nerd stuff. But yeah, so that was my weekend. What do you want to talk about now?
Man, we got a lot of questions. You want to do some questions here?
Of course.
I know. Oh, go ahead.
I know one of them was, what did you think of Star Wars? And you didn't see it.
Yeah, but you can talk about what you thought about it.
Yeah, I guess. All right. I'll talk about that while you pull up the questions. It's not that I didn't enjoy it, minus the squawking idiots behind me. I did enjoy it. But the more I think about it, the less I like it. It just felt like there was too many storylines going on at the same time. And it was like a very messy movie. And I hated, spoiler alert, major spoiler alert.
It's all right. I live on the internet, so it's.
I'm just kidding. I'm not spoiling anything. Everyone knows Luke Skywalker's in the movie. I thought Luke Skywalker was a bitch, and I hated that characters could randomly just use the Force without actually knowing or training or anything. And yeah, there's like stuff in the movie that happens. I don't want to spoil it. There's stuff in the movie that happens that I'm like, oh wow, why the hell did they do that?
I feel like we should set a drop dead date that you have to have seen it by this date, including myself, and then we will talk about it, and it will be spoilery.
Sure.
So yeah. Let's give it.
Let's not do next week's. We'll do the week after.
I was gonna say first episode of 2018.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, so I feel like we need to rename a segment the Wade Buswell Question Hour because dude sends in so many questions and it's awesome.
Sure.
But Wade's first question that I've got here is: any more chances to see the Monster Mafia live in 2018?
Yes, I can confirm. Yes, 99% sure. Yes.
All right. Who do you want to defend the Southside World title versus next?
Oh man, hopefully in England, but I think I have some defenses coming up in Canada and America before that. But anyone specific?
Yeah.
Not really, to be honest. I think as long as it's a high caliber talent and it looks good on the list of people that I've defeated, I am on the path, I guess, to becoming the highest defended champion in their company history. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm hoping that I can just keep that going.
All right. What action figure are you looking forward to in 2018?
Oh, okay. So Marvel Legends is coming out with an Apocalypse Build-A-Figure line. And there's a yellow and blue Wolverine straight out of the cartoon that's coming out. I will hunt the shit out of that toy and probably get two. So I'm very excited for that. And there's a Psylocke figure in the same line that I'm very excited about too.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures of them right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really big on the Marvel Legends, and I'm even bigger on the movie ones are cool. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but when they go straight out of the cartoons, I'm like, oh, I love it. Or like very obscure comic book characters that not a lot of people are into. Like I have a Agent Venom Marvel Legend, and not too many people are familiar with the character, but I loved the book. So like that's a huge toy for me. Also because it's an exclusive and I had to pay 3 times the price for it, but whatever.
So they've got a new Lizard Build-A-Figure.
Yeah. That's for the Spider-Man line coming out.
I'm not a big toy collector, but every time I start looking at them, I'm like, I should be.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like that they bring a little piece of my childhood out, or I just love the colors and the configuration, the box, the presentation of it, the ability to hang them up on my wall and like create like a display. I don't know. It's art to me.
All right. Who do you see as becoming a big thing in 2018?
Josh Briggs.
Yeah, you've mentioned Josh a lot, and I can see that.
I just see like Beyond is going to strap a rocket to him. Usually, when they do Evolve, will grab someone that they see them pushing. AAW will do the same thing. So, yeah, I see. And like Limitless is the one that pretty much found him and pushed him. But yeah, I see big things for him. And obviously, MJF will grow to be like a top independent star.
And Limitless needs a lot more play.
Yes, they do. They really do. I love them. I love Randy Carver, the guy that runs it. He's only like 20 years old.
And their shows are really good.
Yep.
Best memory as a kid from Christmas?
Damn. Such a good question. It's so hard because I don't know if it's memories or rewatching video. My dad used to film like Christmas morning with VHS.
Right.
But I remember there was one Christmas where I was so smart. I told my dad, look, we need to set the camera up. We need to record Santa Claus coming into the house because we don't have a chimney. And he has to come through the front door. So we have to film him. So my dad set the camera up, push record. And obviously now I know. He jingled some bells. He said ho ho off camera. He made his shadow go on the wall looking like Santa Claus and pushed the camera over, walked on like it's a freaking Steven Spielberg produced segment, walked past the camera with black boots on, put the toys at the tree, ho ho ho, walked, ate the cookie, did the whole thing with the camera filming his feet and left.
I feel like you're an idiot who doesn't realize that was Santa. Like, that just wasn't, like, it was Santa. Obviously.
Nah, bro. That's my dad, and I love him for it.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I had that video, and I would show my friends. I'd tell them, like, my aunts and uncles, like, Santa, I caught Santa on camera. They'd be like, can you show us? No, it's just his feet.
That is really awesome.
But yeah, so that's a good memory. Obviously, all the gifts and stuff, but that was a really good one.
All right.
You're not answering?
Oh, I can. Oh, good Lord. I would say probably my kid's first Christmas. Seems like an easy, corny option, but just the first time that you get to... actually, no. Last Christmas, because that was the first one that she had the best concept of Santa.
Oh, right, okay.
So getting to do the Santa thing is, like, awesome. And now this year she's, like, over the goddamn moon about it, which is really fun.
She make a list and everything?
Oh, yeah.
It's the best. That's the best.
Real exciting.
That's, like, I'm so excited for it. And, like, my wife was so anti-Christmas when I first met her. And now she's, like we're having a little... Christmas party this Saturday, and she's like, oh, we need to get sweaters, we need to get like decorations and Christmas cookies, man, and this. And I'm like, remember when you hated Christmas? She's like, I'm pregnant, Julian, don't tell me how to feel. I just said my real name, but whatever. But yeah, so it's a complete like switch now that we have a family on the way. She's like all about it, but I've always loved Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is the absolute best.
Yeah.
Okay, this one from Wade just says socks and sandals.
No, that's stupid. Don't ever do that.
Yeah, please don't.
Joey Kings, the wrestler, loves socks and sandals. I hate them. They look stupid.
It's a terrible look. Don't be that guy. Undertaker or Sting?
Undertaker.
Undertaker, absolutely. Nesty or Brisk?
Neither.
I agree. I don't like tea, so the
Yeah, same.
Okay, so I think we got all of Wade's. Wade is the best at questions.
Yeah, thank you for the questions, man.
Petty Confetti at Call Me Nakia on Twitter. Question 1, smooth peanut butter or chunky?
Smooth.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Do you see Australia becoming the next wrestling hotbed?
No, but I know it's definitely growing right now.
Yeah, it's growing, and it's hard to say, like, next, like, if we're just crossing off places that already have been, then it's almost due, like, because there's not a lot of other options, but
yeah,
they've got some good stuff going.
And yeah. I don't think it's going to be the next big hotbed. I think that there's just going to be more visibility and more people taking risks to put on events that aren't cheap.
Yeah, and their proximity to Japan allowing for a little bit of kind of marquee stuff to happen is helpful too.
For sure.
What would a new Attitude Era look like? Hopefully better than the last.
I don't even know if it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, my problem is, like, obviously a lot of cool stuff happened, but God, going back and watching Attitude Era TV it can get rough.
Yeah, I don't know if it's possible. And I don't know if you want it.
No, I mean, that's the thing. Like, trying to go back and do something again doesn't usually work all that well.
Yeah.
So what would it look like? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't. It would be messy. Imagine the jokes they said back then. Now,
right, and more like with less wrestler control and more scripted and sterile.
Yeah.
So probably not good.
No.
Is The Last Jedi too much like Return of the Jedi for its own good, especially the cutesy animals? I can't answer this one.
Yo, I love the Porgs, man. They were adorable. But I see the similarities, but it was completely different in a sense that, like, I can't. There's so many. I don't know. I can't talk about the movie without spoilers. So
all I know about the Porgs is that Cody was really desperate to get that popcorn bucket home.
Yeah, they didn't have that in Canada. All they had was the Stormtrooper helmet.
Oh man, here's the heavy one. Mikey from Black Label Pro. What's the last movie that made you cry?
Like, are we talking tear up? Because that happens almost on a daily basis watching movies. But really cry? La La Land.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Couldn't. So that's God. What? My problem is I cry at like too much stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Just a couple pussies in a podcast.
Yeah, with a real tough guy name.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not me, but yeah.
God, I don't even remember what. That's the problem, is I don't remember, like. Oh, no, straight up. Definitely, at the very least, teared up watching the first Guardians movie with my kid again, like a week ago.
The first one? What part?
Oh, the big
the opening scene?
No, the group sacrifice at the end. And the opening scene.
Oh, yeah. The Yondu death in Guardians 2, we can talk about it. It's been fucking forever.
Yeah, because...
that gets me, too.
Yeah, I guess technically we watched that the next day, and yeah. So...
Pretty much anything made by Pixar. I'm going to take my wife to go see Coco tonight. Probably going to cry like a baby.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you're doomed.
Yeah.
Have emotions, guys. It's good. Pack Diesel at Pack DB or BDB. How does Ethan feel about the hottest trending hashtag in wrestling, hashtag beatupGPA?
Pass.
Pass. I'm lost on that one, so... Alright, we got a few from Justin Summers here. How do you think that Marvel will introduce X-Men and Fantastic Four in the MCU?
I am so happy that they bought 21st Century Fox. I think that they are going to reboot everything with their own like Disney stamp on it. And I think that they might introduce the Fantastic Four or at least Reed Richards in Infinity Wars. And my fan geek out is that he has the last Infinity Stone. That would be epic.
Yeah, that would make some sense. I think the X-Men thing is going to be hard to fold in just because, like, you have to basically, like, are mutants just starting to appear now? Or if they've been around for a while, how have we not heard about it? Like
well, technically we have, because they had, like, they have Scarlet Witch. She can be the tie-in, at least. Who's her father? Where is he? Blah, 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 blah. So they can get that out of the way, and then that can branch off into its own thing.
Right, yeah, I just mean, like, I guess it would have to be a very small scale compared to what we've seen before.
Well, and
which isn't bad, mind
all
you.
the Avengers movies could be post House of M.
Oh, wow, that was really brilliant.
So, like, Iron Man, like, all that could be post House of M. So then all their X-Men movies could be prequels. And once they get all the Infinity Stones, they can bring all of the mutants back to life.
Okay, yeah, that works. That works.
So, like, they have all the ball is in their court. They have every piece that they need to make this puzzle, whichever way they want. And I'm intrigued to see if they do it. And they might not. Like, they might just not, like, do what we want.
Yeah. I think the Fantastic Four is a lot easier. I mean, they've gotten into enough kind of galactic stuff now that it's a little easier to get.
Well,
to
like,
that one.
my thing with Fantastic Four is, sure, like, the characters are great and whatever, but you could get Doctor Doom and put him in an Avengers movie. You could put him in a Spider-Man movie. This is a, like, top tier villain that they couldn't touch, and now it opens that up. Like, instead of using all these jobber villains, like, who do they have after Thanos? They have Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I mean, that would be what I would think you would want to build to next. So, all right, will we ever get the Meaning of Mature audio reunion episode?
Yeah, we could probably get him on here.
Cool by me.
Yeah, get some Skype going. Yeah,
top
never
5
say never.
Yeah, top 5 MCU movies.
Oh shit! I don't know, man.
I feel like it changes every time I go back and watch one, and I'm like, yeah, this is really good.
I'm gonna say Guardians.
Guardians 1, right?
Yeah, Guardians 1. Doctor Strange. Ant-Man. Civil War. And Thor 3.
All right. I'd probably go Guardians, Thor 3, Iron Man 1, Civil War, Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier was great.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier was great.
Hate Yo Kids asks, can we get DJZ versus Walking Weapon in 2018? I think
sure.
A lot of that probably depends on DJZ getting healthy.
Sure. I think he's only out for 4 weeks.
Oh, that's good. I hadn't seen an update. I just...
Yeah, sure. I have to book DJZ versus Jody Fleisch just because it was promised and I want to make it happen. But yeah, DJZ versus Josh Alexander. Sure, no problem. Anything for you, Hate Yo Kids.
The greatest guy in the world, Mike Allcutt, with what did Ego ask Santa for Christmas?
Santa being my wife, I asked her for wireless headphones for the gym because I'm a body guy, and two, my phone has been taking a lot of damage and stupid bumps on the floor because my headphones get caught in my something or a weight, and it pulls my phone out of my pocket, slams on the floor. So I just want my phone and my headphones to work together in unity, but not have to touch. Like a man and a woman in a workplace.
That's ridiculous because that is literally my thing this year.
That's what you asked for too?
Yeah, because it's not quite the, when I'm in the gym, or it's like when I'm cooking or doing stuff around the house, and it just like hooks onto the one, like,
the drawer.
Cabinet.
Yep.
Yeah, and it either does something annoying like yanks out the cord to where like now I have to plug it back in and start music or podcast or whatever again, or it smashes my phone on the ground.
Yeah, and for travel too. Traveling, it'll make my life a lot easier. But yeah,
right. Plus, if I can pair the Bluetooth with my laptop, then like when we do these, then I don't have to have an extra cord hooked up. So yeah, that was the big thing.
Okay, hopefully Santa hooks us up, man.
Yeah, that'd be good. Joshua 7520, when are you coming back to South Florida? I really want to talk to you about how great Baby Driver is.
Oh, that movie's amazing, and can't wait to watch it again. But I was supposed to go at the end of February to Ronin, but I ended up having another show, so we're shooting for April.
All right, so shooting for April.
No promises, though, because, again, I don't know my schedule, and they don't know their date.
All right. Hey, we hit all the questions.
Damn, look at us. We're great at this.
Yeah, and we're at 52 minutes.
Oh, we are professionals. All right, so let's get to plugs and upcoming events and buy my merch stuff. This Wednesday, coming the 27th of December, I am in Oshawa, Ontario for NSW Wrestling. New School Wrestling, check them out. I think their Twitter is @NSWisback. The show starts at 7 p.m. Then Friday, I am in Cleveland, Ohio for AIW, AI Wrestling on Twitter. Check them out, AIWrestling.com. I'm wrestling Dominic Guarini in a rematch by my request in Cleveland, Ohio. And the next day, I'm in Binghamton, New York, I believe, for Excite Wrestling. Greg Excellence. I'm very excited about that, too. Very excited to be back at Excite Wrestling. And that's my whole year coming to an end with 3 more matches, which I'm super pumped about. So that's what I got. ProWrestlingTees.com/Ethan Page to support me and buying a t-shirt and everything that I do, which is a lot because I work harder than everybody else.
Hey, let me ask you a question real quick, though.
Sure.
If I wanted to just watch some old Alpha 1 events.
Dude, imagine you could watch it for free for 20 days.
I mean, that'd be great.
You can. Powerbomb.tv. Use promo code Alpha1, all capitals, with the number 1 at the end.
Excellent. I'm going to do that right now.
You should.
And then they're going to be like, hey, you already subscribed, but, whatever. We didn't really get any final forecastings in that I saw, but feel like we need something for people to send in for next week. So maybe shoot a picture or a message of your best Christmas gift.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, send us a picture of your best Christmas gift.
And
I love it.
That can be giving or received.
Yes, but I love giving gifts. This year was all about that. I have so many friends and family that have kids, and just on kids, I've spent close to $700. They're not even my kids. I'm not even breastfeeding them. Here I am buying them toys. Yeah, it just feels so good.
Yeah, and I mean, giving an adult a present is always cool, but man, kids get so excited.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's why we did that toy exchange last night, though, because I got my one buddy a figure that I knew he would never find and he didn't have, and the expression on his face when he opened it was amazing. So there's still a little bit there, but you got to be real immature and nerdy.
Yeah, it's just the perfect gift when you hit the perfect gift.
It's the best. It's the best.
All right, so that'll do it for us. I think you plugged all your stuff, right?
Heck yeah.
All right, so everybody have a safe, happy, healthy holiday, and we will talk to you next week.